Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Legacy Deluxe Class Predacon Tarantulas. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to unbox him live in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We'll then have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. We'll have a look at the accessories that come with him to see how you can use, store and display them. Now, funnily enough, I don't have any other Tarantulas figures, but I do have some of the other Beast Wars figures that were released in the previous and existing toy lines, who at the moment do not want to stand up, so we can see how he looks and displays with some of them as well. So there we go, and to be honest, I'm quite intrigued for exactly the reason I've just said, to have a look at this figure. By my own admission, my Beast Wars knowledge isn't the greatest, and this will be a completely new character and figure for me to have a look at. Now you can see obviously there the detail on the robot already looks great. We'll have a lot more detail look at that in a second, but because he's in robot mode there, we've got this lovely artwork there of him in his alternate mode. There of course is the Legacy logo that we're also getting very used to. We've got the full robot mode there, close up there on the bust and the head sculpt, looking great. That is Wave 1's artwork, and as you can see on the back, he's going to take 19 steps to transform him. Now, as I'm starting to cut the box open, I need to thank Robot Recruits, and the reason for that is that's the online shop in the UK that I pretty much purchase all of my new figures from. As you can see, they got him out to me nice and safely and undamaged completely. Right, so I always take it out from the bottom, and the main reason for that, it just means it's easier for me to flat pack the box afterwards, because that's exactly what I have to do now, unfortunately, due to running out of space. So the windowless box doesn't bother me too much because I do just flat pack it. So there is the box. Let's just pop that over there. There he is, and I already sort of see what I've heard people saying. He does feel quite big and quite chunky for a deluxe figure. There's a lot going on hidden behind here. I know that all his accessories are going to be stored in there, and of course we've got his instructions. I do have a black arachnia as well, so we can see the size difference between them two. So what I'm going to do now is set him free from there and come right back to you. Okay then, so I've set him free from the packaging and it's time to do some first impressions. But quickly, what I'm about to say is probably really blatantly obvious, but as you're taking him out of the back of this, you can see where all the legs fit through. Just be careful, because they do have a tendency. I lost about 3 of mine trying to take them off, but luckily enough you can see they are all ball and socket, so they pop on no problem. So as you're taking it out, just be careful, because if they do pop out, I suppose you've got to see where they're going. Now, to be honest, I am actually really impressed with this figure. I think he looks really good. This, hopefully you can see in the light, is like a metallic. It's like a bit of a different shade to the rest of it. It is actually shining as much as what the light is reflecting off it, and in honesty he seems to have that all the way along. These seem to have like a metallic reflective sheen, and in the feet as well. The head sculpt is brilliant. As I say, this is my first real experience of Beast Wars Tarantulas. I did actually remember that I do have another version of Tarantulas, but that's obviously nothing like him. That's one of the Botcon versions, which we can have a look at in a bit more detail later on. So with regards to this, obviously the head will rotate around. It does have a slight nod up and down. The shoulders will go around and to the side. You've obviously got to be aware that this huge arm kibble is going to get in the way. There's double swivels here. There's a swivel on the black part, there's a swivel on the part below it, there's a swivel you can see all the way around it, and of course there isn't unfortunately any wrist swivel because it's all attached to here. So I suppose it is actually a wrist swivel, it's just a little bit higher up, but all of these do spin around. We do have a waist swivel. The hips, again, you can see will come out to the side, but they're hindered by the shell. We've got a knee flexion, we've got an ankle tilt and rock. And as I say, considering he does have all this back kibble here, he's obviously going to be a tarantula as well. And again, I'm working with carpet. I'm going to jinx myself now, but look, he does stand really easily. There was no real effort in getting him to balance, even with all that back kibble. He does come with these 2 accessories, which you can combine as well. But again, we can see that in a lot more detail as the video progresses. So what we're going to do now then, let's have a detailed look at him in his alternate mode. Okay then, so here he is in his alternate mode, and quick apologies mode transformation process on this video. One is to keep the main length of the video down, and two, because it's a new figure, I didn't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to experience that first transformation process for themselves. So let's have a look at him, and again, rest assured, if you do want to see the transformation process, it will be separately uploaded. Now I'm hoping that I can do this guy a bit of justice, because he is big, and again, as I said, he is much bigger than Black Arachnia, so hopefully this will sort of do it. Leg span maybe about the same, but with regards to actual figures, if I only go to the head, don't include the claws, Black Arachnia is just as big as this portion of his body. He is huge. Yeah, it's bigger than that. It's to look at there you go. That's probably going to give you a better idea of just how much bigger this figure is. So when they were saying that he's going to be bigger, and he definitely is, and as I said, hopefully you can see that in this. Nothing against this figure at all. This is a great little figure, a bit intricate, quite tough to be honest. Right, let's move that out of the way. So we've got the two accessories, which to be honest, you can as well. You can attach these. So although I did the transformation process, I'm going to show you this. So you've got these tabs there at the top, and you've got cutouts here on this weapon there. So this should slot into place like so. Yep. And then we've got this sort of cutout there as well. It's basically where the screw hole's going to go, and it'll either go, in fact it shouldn't go that way, what am I doing, it will go that way as well. So you can have all of his accessories as well stored underneath, nice and neat. So again, I suppose if you wanted to, you could actually turn these claws. They perhaps don't look as good, I don't know, it's up to you. You can turn them any way around. So there's full articulation in the claws, there's obviously full articulation in each knee joint of all of these, and yeah, that's about it. You can't do anything with the teeth or the fangs there, shall we say, and you can't move these here. That's all for where it's all held in place since doing the transformation. But like I said, and as you can see, he's really big, which is good, because it's nice to see deluxe figures, you know, being a decent size, shall we say, and that's exactly what he is. I don't really think there's much more to say about him in that side, in this mode. So we're going to come back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and we're going to do some comparisons. I've actually found another version of Tarantulas as well, so we can have a quick comparison with him. Okay then, back for the final time with him in his robot mode. Let's see how we can display him with his accessories, and of course how he looks and compares to some of the other Beast Wars figures that we've had over the last few years. So once again, I suppose it's entirely up to you how much you want, I suppose, angle the legs out of the way. On the back of the box, it does have them coming around the side, which I think does look kind of cool, but again, it's entirely up to you. You can pretty much get away with turning most of them out of the way if you wanted to, but I do think it does look good with them all. That does keep happening to me, unfortunately, coming around the side, but as you can see, they just pop in together, no problem at all. So what we've got, and this is really cool again with the accessories, so these have both got 5mm handles, which you can put, you can see although they are claws, they are sort of shaped towards the back to have this 5mm cutout, or shall we say, yeah, exactly that, basically a 5mm hole, so we can hold the two together. But what is also cool, and funny enough, this is in the instructions, so it's good, just in case you were unsure, you can get the two individual, which we've got, or you can indeed do what I'm going to do right now, and that is combine the two together. So what you've got here is exactly this. So you can then attach like so, and then I suppose it's entirely up to you. Well, this is, again, gives you a reason why there's two sort of twin holes there, so you can pop them in. And what I was going to say is entirely up to you which way around you want it to go. If you want it to be like a bit of a crossbow, I suppose it looks like that the one way, or if you want to spin it around and have, I suppose, the blade the other way around, it's entirely up to you. Either way looks great. Let's do some comparisons then. So in robot mode, he's not that much taller than Black Arachnia, but you can see much thicker, and as I said at the very beginning of the video, much stockier. It does genuinely feel that bit, I suppose, more robust, a bit bigger. Then so let's have a quick look at him with some more of the other Beast Wars characters. Definitely taller than this guy. The colour scheme on these are crazy, aren't they? And he will be a lot taller than Sandstorm. I haven't got the original Scorponok. I've got the Sandstorm version, and now I've even got the waist section extended there. That's to make him that little bit taller, so he's going to be a bit bigger than him as well. If I can get I wish I could get these closer, but all the legs are all getting in the way amongst them all, to be honest. But as I said, I've been really pleasantly surprised with these figures. It was something that I didn't really... I missed the Beast Wars completely in my younger years rather. So it's nice to actually get to experience these and see some of the figures. They are really, really good. And as I said, I did manage to find, which I completely forgot about, another Tarantulas figure, although this is nothing like this at all. It's completely different. This is from the Dawn of Predicus Botcon exclusive set, so you can sort of see the homages to it, and I suppose they've got the same color scheme, but this obviously transforms into a vehicle, and that obviously transforms into a spider of some sort, so or tarantula rather, obviously. And there you go. I think that's all there is to really say about this guy. Again, pleasantly surprised. Hopefully you can tell that in the video, and he's going to take great pride and place with the rest of my Beast Wars figures, which I'm sorting out a shelf for as we speak. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed looking at him. Take care.